In the workplace, it's often the smallest words that have the biggest impact. Today, we're going to look at how just a few simple phrases can totally transform your professional communication, taking it from pretty good to absolutely exceptional. And that's a really important question, isn't it? In any professional setting, how you say something is every bit as important as what you're saying. The right language, it can build trust, project confidence, and really open doors for you. Okay, so let's set the scene. Picture this. A visitor arrives for an appointment. They walk up to the reception desk. This very first interaction, this is your chance to set a professional and welcoming tone right from the start. So, the visitor says, "I have a 4 o'clock appointment with Joanna Stevens." Now, a simple okay works, it's functional, but imagine responding with, "Certainly." It's just one word, but it feels completely different. It conveys a much higher level of professionalism and confidence. See, certainly accomplishes so much more than a plain old yes. It confirms you've completely understood the request and that you're ready to handle it. This one little word sets a courteous and really competent tone for everything that follows. All right, so you've confirmed the appointment. Now you need to get their name. And yep, you guessed it. This is another golden opportunity to make a great impression with just a subtle choice of words. Take a look at these two phrases. What is your name? I mean, it's correct, sure, but it can feel a bit abrupt, almost like an interrogation. On the other hand, may I take your name sounds so much more polished and respectful. Just listen to how that rolls off the tongue. May I take your name? The phrasing is softer, it's more formal, and it really transforms a direct question into a courteous request. So why does this work so well? Well, for starters, it's a request, not a demand. It also has this subtle implication of an official process. Like you're checking them in. This is perfect for an office or a hotel, and it makes the whole thing feel both structured and professional. Okay, so you have the visitor's name, you've let your colleague know they're here, but your colleague needs just a moment. This happens all the time, right? How you handle this brief wait is actually crucial for keeping that professional atmosphere going. The power of a good vocabulary word is on full display here. "She will see you in a minute" is acceptable, no doubt. But "she will be with you momentarily"? Wow. It just sounds so much more elegant and formal, doesn't it? It elevates the whole sentence. That word, momentarily, it just has this smooth, professional quality that's really reassuring to someone who's waiting. Using a formal word like momentarily really shows respect for the visitor's time by being precise while also managing their expectations in a professional way. It lets them know the wait will be brief, but it does so with a touch of class. And hey, managing the wait goes beyond just words. A simple, hospitable gesture like offering a beverage reinforces that welcoming atmosphere and shows you really care about their comfort. All right, the wait is over and your colleague is ready. Now it's time to guide the visitor to their meeting. The goal here is a clear, helpful, and totally seamless handoff. Here we go again, a small detail that makes a huge difference. "She's ready now" is fine, but it's vague. Using the person's name, "Miss Stevens is ready for you now," is so much more specific, personal, and it conveys respect and organization. A perfect transition can really be broken down into 3 simple steps. First, you announce that they're ready. Second, you offer to guide them. And third, you give a clear direction. This sequence is just so smooth, efficient, and incredibly helpful. And think about that final phrase, "right this way." It's so much more welcoming and polite than just pointing or saying "walk this way." It implies that you're personally guiding them, which is just a much more professional approach. So, as this whole interaction comes to a close, you've guided the visitor to the office door, but there's one last little detail that shows a really high level of thoughtfulness. It's such a simple phrase, but it's so powerful. As you part ways, if there's a small step or maybe some uneven flooring, saying "watch your step" shows a level of care that goes way beyond basic courtesy. This phrase is way more than just a warning. It's a sign of real attentiveness. It shows your concern for the visitor's well-being, and it provides this thoughtful final touch that leaves a lasting positive impression. So you see, mastering these small phrases isn't just about being polite. It's about building a professional reputation. It signals to everyone that you are courteous, capable, and truly committed to excellence. And this brings us to a final thought for you. We've explored a few key examples today, but our language is just filled with these kinds of opportunities for improvement. What other small words or phrases have you noticed that make a really big difference? By paying attention to them, you can continuously refine and elevate your own professional communication.